People of Earth, welcome back to Vexcraft. I always wanted to start off a video like that, being very official and very serious, and now I have done so. So I'm quite happy. Welcome back. Today we are going to be working on this. We have ourselves a giant sphere up here, a giant ball of concrete powder and glass. A planetoid is what I was referring to it as last time, but we need to transform this planetoid into a meteor. So we need to add a whole bunch of blocks so that it looks like it is crashing down upon the island here. Not just, casting a dark shadow in certain places, but actually it has to look like it has movement coming down to the island. So that is the goal today. Also, it looks like, yep, we got to replace the Cactus Shack shulker box to get some more cacti. But of course today, guys, the first thing we're going to do, we have the hashtag Ask Jarvis question of the decade. And that question today: if the Mycelium Meteor hits the island, will there be a Purple Parrot Party Palace? Or PPPP for short, or for shorter. That kind of sounded like a fart, but it's fine. It's fine. Will there be a Purple Parrot Party Palace if the Mycelium Meteor hits the island? That's the question. Ask the gardens. Okay, you heard him. Ask the gardens.
The gardens.
Alright, it told us to ask Garden Ramsay, so here we go. We're gonna break in here.
Yo, who is that?
Hey, Garden, what's up, my friend? How's it going? Hey, listen, I need to know...
Not you again. I thought I told you to leave.
Okay, but the Purple Parrot Party Palace?
It's not happening.
No?
Get over it. Not happening.
Okay.
Leave.
I'll leave you alone.
Finally. Jeez.
Yep.
You don't listen, man. Get out of here.
Got it. I'm out. Okay. See you later, man. Thanks for the info.
The gardens.
So there you have it, guys. The gardens have spoken. The gardens have spoken. Purple Parrot Party Palace confirmed, apparently. So that's great. So yeah, like I said, guys, today our main goal is going to be to get this sphere here to look like a meteor. So let's go over here. We're going to grab some purple blocks. I already got some concrete powder and some concrete, which we'll use. We're also going to need some mycelium, which we have a bunch of. And actually, I should probably... I'm going to go ahead and consolidate these two boxes right here. Just by doing something like that. There we go. That's good. Perfect. So that'll be the mycelium that we use for this area. Perfect. I'll also try and get some purple terracotta. And maybe some magenta terracotta too, because that's pretty close in color to the purple right there. So that'll be nice. We're also, of course, going to need some purple glass. So we'll get some stained glass and some regular glass. We might actually need more glass than this, but luckily we've been smelting up some glass over here. So we should have plenty if we need it right here. Yeah, that should work. So I'll go ahead and get some blocks here, and then we'll head on up and try to start to talk about what we need to do for making the meteor. Ladies and gentlemen, we're now ready to build the tail of the meteor, which is going to be one of the final pieces of this meteor puzzle here. And so this is going to be by far, I think, the most challenging part of building this. Building the sphere itself is pretty easy. It just takes a lot of time because there's a lot of glass you need and a lot of concrete powder. But shaping this is going to be rather challenging, I feel. But I'm up for the challenge. I'm up for a good challenge. First step is to establish directionality, which we've already done. So we want this meteor to travel down roughly along this type of path to the moat of the trading hall down here. So that's the flight path we want this thing to take. So that means that the tail of the meteor is going to have to be pointing to the northwest toward this beacon right here. And I think the best way to go about this is not to use, the mycelium or the concrete we have here, or the glass, or the magenta terracotta, or the purple terracotta. We don't want to use those first. Instead, I think we'll use dirt first to sort of outline the envelope of the meteor's tail. So we'll make like a big envelope here going up and back in this direction. And then from the bottom, it'll probably start on the underside of the comet somehow and then come up pretty steeply toward, this beacon over here roughly. And then once we have that envelope, we'll have probably a 3D envelope. We can then build within that envelope with the mycelium, with the glass, with the terracotta, with the concrete, etc. So we'll have sort of like an established shape roughly, and then go through and add the detail with all these other blocks and things. So I think that's a good plan. I'm going to go ahead and make the envelope now. Try to make the envelope now, and once I have something reasonable, I will be back and show you guys what it's looking like. Alright guys, so we made a little bit more progress here. We have 4 dirt pillars here, which are going to make up the envelope of the meteor. So by envelope, I mean where the tail is going to be. So if we get up here, yeah, you can see right there. So all this back here, this whole area within these 4 dirt pillars are going to be the tail of the meteor, and then, yeah, that's going to produce the illusion that it's traveling in this direction like this, down towards this trading hall. At least that's the idea here. So that is what we have so far. I think the shape is pretty decent, not too shabby. The main problem I foresee, though, is going to be how do we actually place the blocks, because I want this to be, like, I don't want it to be all connected like these dirt towers are all, like, you can see how I sort of pillared up here. I don't want it to be like that. I want it to be sort of like all over the place with blocks everywhere, as if the blocks were like coming off of the meteor itself, like cascading off the meteor. So I think what we might have to do is we might have to just make a bunch of these pillars like this, like several hundred of these pillars like this. And then on the sides of this, like let's say if I jump onto, let me try and jump onto one of these. If I were to jump onto this one, let's say, and maybe land here, hopefully. Oh man, that was close. But yeah, then I just, like, for instance, I'll come out here, place like a purple terracotta here, purple stained glass here, maybe some mycelium in here like this. You know, we might come out like this as well. Place some blocks like that. And then just get rid of the dirt pillar after that. So all the blocks will be sort of in the same shape around this central bit. That could work. So I think that's what I'll probably have to do, since we are in survival mode here. So that's the plan to make the envelope for the meteor, but first things first, we actually have to get the blocks that we are going to put here, because this is a 50 block diameter meteor, and the corresponding envelope is going to be roughly the same size. So we're going to need a lot of blocks. Definitely going to need some more purple stained glass, some more purple terracotta. So we got to go out to the mesa and harvest more terracotta to dye. I believe we also need some more purple blocks, I'm pretty sure. And I think our supply of purple dye is actually already desperately low because we used it all up last time in making the concrete powder. Yeah, we have 1 purple dye. So we got to do a little bit more trading for some lapis at the trading hall and things like that. So yeah, a lot of resource gathering before we even get started on this, guys. So I'll go ahead and get on that, and I'll be back. So guys, as you just saw there, we've now begun the Mycelium Meteor tail, and it's looking okay so far. If I boost on out here, we can see this a little bit better because this is the only quadrant that's complete. There we go. Yeah, so you can see all the stuff coming off of the meteor here. If I get down a little bit lower, I think it actually looks better from down lower. So you can sort of see what it looks like there. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. So if we get on up here, there's a couple things that I want to point out here. Number one is that I went ahead and tried to make a little bit of a gradient here, trying to make it seem like, you know, the quote-unquote melted mycelium we're going with on this meteor here. I want that to sort of condense out as you go up, as the plume recedes from the meteor. And I think I've done that here. We have close to the meteor a lot of the purple concrete and the purple glass. And then as we get further out, the blocks change to the terracotta. So there's a lot of purple terracotta up in the the middle section here. And then at the very top section, it's mostly all mycelium, with just a little bit of glass and things like that. So we tried to make a little bit of a gradient here as it goes up. So that's a little bit of a detail I wanted in this build. And this also took quite a long time. I remembered when I made the comment in the Let's Play world, this comment right here in the Let's Play world, it took an insane amount of time because you have to pillar up and then destroy the pillar and then also place blocks as you're coming back down, which is very time consuming. This took about 2 hours right here, or 2.5 hours just to get this part done. So what I'm thinking is for the rest of this meteor, I mean, there are obviously some holes in it here, so we need to close up, or not close up, but we need to fill some of these gaps in here. And I think that will happen naturally as we keep on adding blocks and adding different layers, like different runs of layers, as we keep building this up. But I think we continue this pattern on the other 3 quadrants. We'll go around the outside once, and then I think we'll probably come back on the inside a little bit as well. So we'll do like 2 layers of what you see here, essentially. And then once we get, you know, the second layer up, so let's say the second layer is, let's say, here or so, right? Once we have 2 layers up in there, then I think starting about here, it might be good to do like a solid bit in the middle that sort of prevents you from looking all the way through this portion, because, you know, it should, if it's a meteor, it should have like a huge tail, and the density of the tail would increase as you go further in toward the center of it. So I think that would make sense. So we'll probably do 2 layers of this stuff on the outside, and then once we get to the inside, we may do a solid layer or we may not. We'll have to see what it looks like once we get the blocks placed down on the 2 outer sort of rings of this thing. And this is only 1/4 of the outer ring, so that sort of gives you a perspective on how much work we still have to do. So yeah, a lot of work still to do here, so I'm going to go ahead and get busy and keep on going. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the first round of blocks placed down here. Here's what it's looking like. Looks kind of bizarre here, actually. But yeah, this is looking back through the envelope here that's coming off the meteor. And it's really cool to like fly down this thing. So like if I get on up here and then turn around and then fly down it gives like a 3D effect of sorts. So that's pretty cool. So that's pretty fun, and we can also go ahead and boost on out of here and take a look at what this is looking like from out here, from a distance. Let's get way far away, too. Like way far away. Way over here. That's just too far. Can't even see it. So let's see if we load it in, if we can see what it looks like. So, should be coming into view here. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there we go. Sweet. Yeah, I think it's looking pretty good. Still a little bit of work needs to be done. I think I need to bring this down a little bit further in some spots, like a couple blocks further down, so I can get underneath of it and add that. Like, bring it down along the sides a little bit. See what it looks like straight on as well. Not too shabby. I do need to bring it down a little bit in the front, too. Maybe add some cobwebs here in the front as well. Yeah, that might help out a little bit, but overall, I think it's looking a little bit better than it was. Quite a bit better than it was, yeah. Definitely looks like it has some motion now. And yeah, the meteor tail is looking pretty good. So I think we're going to add another layer of this type of thing in the future. But for right now, guys, I'm actually out of time. So that is going to have to be it for me today. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe for more videos like this. And if you have any suggestions on things we should add, like smaller meteors around here, or something like that, do leave those in the comments section below. But anyways, guys, once again, thank you so much for watching. This has been Cub. Goodbye.